Call in by clicking the link in the stream's description. The professor wants to hear from you.
Beginnings on the cusp. Not too old to adjust. Old dog, new tricks. Remember, I was just a pup. Something dirty in my cup. Clean soul, good car.
Isn't it lovely? I ain't looking back and focus on what's in front of me. Everybody dates a number, but I'm still here luckily. I know that God got me, so I'm in good company. Isn't it lovely?
Welcome, and thank you for joining me this evening. I am Professor Bear, and this is a Bear's Thought. And I will want to give a quick shout out to my sponsors. I am still amazed on the sponsorship that I am getting. That just lets me know that I must be doing something right. So first, I want to thank Navarro's Comics. If you are a big big nerd like myself, I love comics. Matter of fact, I am going to be reading one as soon as I get off of here. Man, Navarro Comics is the place for you. They have so much different comics, their selection is amazing. Plus, you do not have to be in Knoxville to get great comics from them. They have a subscription box where you can get 25% off your entire purchase. Man, you cannot beat that. Plus, if you order more than $30 worth of comics, it is free on the shipping. Man, you can't beat that. Now, I want to talk about a great sponsor, Tag Team Toys and Collectible. If you didn't know, again, I'm a big nerd. I have collectibles. Matter of fact, this one is the one that my buddy Joe helped me get. Yes. And man, Tag Team Toys and Collectibles are great. They have a tremendous amount of figures, belts. They actually have VCR tapes. I know for you younger guys don't know what it is. It's this thing that you tape. You have to tape shows and put it on. Is great. They actually have comic books and other collectible toys. They are tremendous and do such a great job. And last but not least, Topps cards and print on collectible. I tell you this, I am about to make another one of my childhood fantasies come true. I'm about to get Professor Bear's trading cards. They are going to be so awesome. And they're so reasonable. I'm getting 18 for $50. Man, it is crazy. It can't get any better than that. Wait a minute, your professor lied. It can get better because you can get 15% off of your entire order if you put in the code BEAR15. I mean, man, I cannot wait to get them so I can show them off. They're just tremendous. That's Chops cards and print on demands. I'm telling you, great. Now, I've had some great guests on. All of them are great, but this particular one is close to my heart because he's helped me since I've gotten in the podcast business, and we have been able to, as the wrestlers say, we've been up and down those roads together. We got to do a lot of traveling. This is not only my buddy, he is not only a part of the WSN, and we're not only a part of the main event roundtable. We are truly friends. This is my guy, Joe Monroe. Joe, how the hell are you?
My brother, what's going on? How you doing?
Man, I'm blessed and hanging in there.
Man, that's great to hear. Well, it's going to be different. I'm not. I hate to give a bear of sad news. No roundtable this week. I know I promised some debate roundtables all month this month, but yeah. So I completely forgot like a doofus. I scheduled one the day before the Edmonton, not the Edmonton show, but the it's Edmonton over in McCath County, and I'm like, oh, I'm leaving a day early just to get there on time the next day. So yeah, no show this Friday. That's why I was like, yeah, I'll come on Bear's show. It's been a minute since I've actually been on your show. You've been on mine just about every week. So,
I know, right?
So yeah, I'm like, let me go on Bear's show for a change. So yeah, man, it's good to be back in the wrestling woods by the campfire. It's great to be here. I'm pretty excited.
I've heard some things, and instead of me assuming or guessing or doing stuff, I figured, man. And you reached out and asked me if you could be on the show, which of course you know you can. So I knew it was something that you needed to get off your chest.
Oh, absolutely. So excuse me.
Go to it, my friend.
Okay. So this ain't going to be the nice Joe. This is going to be someone who's very aggravated, irritated, and I'm just sick and tired of it. So everybody knows the old page got taken down. And I want to explain to the viewers why. Apparently, I'm such a good freaking worker, I can impersonate myself. Didn't know you can do that. I thought maybe the only person even capable of doing that would be Ric Flair, but hey, whatever. And we did some research. You know, Mr. Bird. Mr. Bird, he's the background guy. He looks into all this stuff. So we'll call him Mr. Bird. Mr. Bird decided to look into it for me. And he's like, Joe, what happened was they took your profile, they reported your page as the same as being your profile, and it will take multiple people to do that. Okay, cool. You know, I've made some people mad back in the day, you know, wrestling, whatever. And I don't like to accuse anybody. I don't. I'm a person about facts. You know that.
Yes.
And facts have came out, and from what we thought, it was true. I'm not going to say your names because you all know who you are. You're just as guilty as anything. Even message me and be like, oh, we had nothing to do with it. Yeah, come on. Don't get a guilty conscience. But here's the thing. A lot of people want to have beef. I don't know. I've been listening to a lot of 90s hip hop lately. I feel like it's the stupid West Coast versus East Coast thing. If that's the freaking case, WSN is death row, and you don't want to mess with us. Trying to be nice. I'm trying to not blow my gasket completely. But here's the thing: when people start associating with other people who are bigots and, dare I say, racist, have different remarks, go after different communities. I will say that. When you start rubbing up with them, and I got a problem with them after we squashed something, that was ridiculous in the first place. The last time involved you, Bear, and I hated that it involved you. Now you're going to come after me again, and I've not done anything? Okay. What they're I know what they're expecting. They're expecting me to go off on this irate tangent, get all mad, get all red-faced, but I'm not going to do that because that'll get them to win. So I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say this once. If you really got a problem with me, I don't care if you live in Pennsylvania. I don't care if you live just north of me. I will be at Edmonton, Kentucky at McCaff County. If you got a problem, you can talk to me then, and we'll have a conversation. Whether that conversation is going to be good or bad, we'll leave it up to you. So I'm going to leave that at that. And I'm going to save the rest for Shootsgiving, because that's when I'm probably going to get really aggravated, when facts start spewing out and I start naming names. But I'm here to tell everybody here, especially the WSN people who were afraid that I wasn't going to rebuild a page. I was going to stick to other social media outlets. No, we're slowly building that page back up. As I said in our first post on our new page, you can't keep a good podcast down. And I'm not going to let some keyboard warrior idiots, especially ones who like to sit in chairs a lot, sit there and try to take down something that I built up for years. Even before I stopped wrestling, I built that page up for my future. That was my gateway. After I stopped wrestling, there's always that, what's going to happen after I stop competing? Every wrestler goes through that. I enjoyed coming on here with friends and talk about podcasting. So that's what the page was set up for. Then 1.3, over 1,000 followers is like 1.3K of true followers, because I delete bots. I can't stand bots because they send not so nice messages. If you have a page, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
So I delete those automatically. Those were over 1,000 people that liked the show, that enjoyed the show. And I appreciate it. And they're coming back because some are confused as to, wait, I already follow a show. I've had plenty of people message me, hey man, I already follow your show. Is this really you? And I have to explain the situation. They're like, oh yeah, forget that. I'm following, and I'm inviting people to it too. So thank you for those that have done that. And you know what? I can't believe I'm giving kudos to some people who like to be notorious. I'm talking about the notorious ATB until 510. Those guys were like, dude, F them. Come on. You're Joe Monroe. That you don't take stuff like this laying down. Get your butt, make another page, and let's stick it to them. And that's exactly what we've done. Here's something I don't get. I was invited to work with these schmucks plenty of times. I can work with them as much as I want to. So with that, I wanted to, stupid cats, man, I swear. But I wanted to. It could have been something interesting. You never know if you don't try it. But the more I sit there and listen, I'm like, these guys are a bunch of, excuse my language, a bunch of jackasses. Why would I want to associate myself with this? Luckily, shortly thereafter, I met Crander Q. Yeah, Crander, I'm giving you some props here. Don't get used to it. I met Crander Q, which I then met Mike D, which then I met you. And we built the Podverse from there, which is great. This is how podcasting should be run. We don't have a fancy studio, which is fine. I mean, if you can afford a studio and you're still drawing the same amount of people that we're drawing, something's wrong. And I'm going to leave it at that. It would be nice to have our own studio. It really would. But, hey, we're working. This is a blue-collar podcasting network. I like to call it that because we work hard. Brady works hard. You work hard. You work hard trying to keep this thing together. You don't get enough props as you do. And I'm not saying that because this is your show. I'm saying that because you do not get the props that you deserve.
Oh, yeah. I get the props I deserve from the people that I care about.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair there. I was fixed to say, don't you argue with me like you're Hall of Fame.
No.
Don't do that to me now. But but yeah, man, and it kills me. Like, I would love to work with different people. I love talking to the wrestling community because there's a lot of us out there, man. There's a bunch of us. It's kind of like, I learned that if you get with the right people in podcasting, especially in wrestling, it's kind of like Woodstock for wrestling. Uh, you just have different people that just sit there and would love to chit chat all the time. And it's a great experience, which is why I came up with the No Sell Roundtable. You know, I can have the main event podcasters on. I can have Till 5 on. I can have Brothers of Discussion on. I can have Crander Q on if he ever wants to come on. I mean, geez Louise. Have to probably drag him by his false beard to get him on the show next time. You know, and there's a lot of other people that I'm probably forgetting to mention. People like Brock Spolder. Brady's been on the show. The first time Brady was on my show, he had my idiot brother Mark talk to him. Again, Brady, I am so sorry that you had to talk to that idiot one. But, you know, it worked out. It worked out. But it just kills me that people... I had a discussion with this said person. And I've had a discussion with a promoter. You know, we were all three talking. Oh, dude, we like to have fun. We like to proc and prod. We like to be, you know, comedy. Okay, well, that's all in good. But like professional wrestling, there's a time and there's a place for comedy. Bear, how many times have we goofed around on the round table?
Oh, man.
Plenty of times.
Yes.
We make a whole video on it. But you know what? We don't go over the top with it.
No.
We don't. And here's another thing. Speaking of Mark, people who say it's a shame I have to create more characters just to get my podcast more popular, you do just sit there and do just the same, if not be a little bit on the racist side. So sit down, shut your mouth. If you don't like my podcast, scroll up, do something. I don't care. And God bless your heart, sweetheart. Okay. But anyways, enough of that. But yeah, dude, it's just... It infuriates me. You want to know why I started the podcast?
What is that?
It's not just because I love wrestling. You know, just as much as I do, I love this sport. I love wrestling. I always joke with my wife. My first love was wrestling. My second love was you. But she gets aggravated at that. But I started it because I went to this show. We were supposed to talk about my cousin rolling hard. And we get there, and we promoted this for months, bro. And I'm starting to talk like Russo. I'm sorry. Starting to talk like Russo. But we promoted it for months. And when I get there, they're like, oh, man, we can't do it. Because he kind of had a borderline gimmick. This was late 90s, early 2000s. Different time, different era. Wouldn't fly today. Goodness, no. His character would not fly today.
Nope.
But people, the fans enjoyed it. And it had a deep personal meaning to him. And that's why I explained to him, it's like, well, you know, he wasn't going for that. This is what he was going for. I understood the character. Oh, no, man, I can't. No, we can't do it tonight. Okay, so you mean to tell me we've been promoting this and I'm going to cuss here for fucking 6 months and you're going to leave me here like a thumb up my ass with people, even his son who was in the military at the time, wanting to watch this show, ready for me to talk about my cousin, my family, and you're going to disrespect me like that? No, what are we going to talk about then? Oh, we're going to talk about you. Oh, well, yeah, make me look like a bigger jackass. Thanks. Yeah, no. So yeah, we went out. I was with my buddy, and he's like, dude, we're already here. If you want to leave, we can leave. But if you want to do it, let's just plug your cousin as much as we can. And we did. We tried our best, but I think they want to sit there and ask for apology. I'm sick and tired of people asking for public freaking apologies. It's getting old. What happened to the time when someone just badmouthed you? You take it either tongue in cheek or you just be like, well, I'm going to respond. Instead of whining and complaining, I want an apology. If that's the case, then I want it. My family wants it. Give me that apology. So yeah. It's there's no difference in that. But right then I'm like, you know what? Hey Anthony, how you doing, buddy? I was like, you know what? Forget this. This is not how a wrestling podcast should be run. I'm going to start my own show, It's going to be a little rough at the beginning, but we're going to eventually build it up to something. When people tick me off, that's when I start getting creative. When people dare me to do something, I'll throw the Hall of Fame in this category too. When people dare me to do something, oh, you won't do it. You're not going to do it. You don't have the gumption to do it. Okay, sit back and watch me. Yeah, exactly. Anthony has a good point.
Yep.
He has a good point. And you know what? Here's what my big thing about this whole situation that I find myself in, because Bears experienced this too. My biggest thing was I honestly felt like a failure to my fans because, yeah, I can get a little hot-headed and mention some not so nice things. I mean, heck, I've had people on my show that says not so nice things, but you know what? It's fine. What are your thoughts on Wrestling for Life? You know what? I'm not familiar with it, but I will check it out in the future. But thank you for your question, though. I'll definitely check it out. But the thing that kills me is it's like I keep thinking back of when New Jack interrupted Jim Cornette's interview. Why can't we be friends? That's immediately what he starts singing.
Oh yeah.
And you
yeah,
know,
was...
and you know me, dude. I try to get along with everybody.
Yeah.
I try my freaking best. But I guess I'm just too much like my dad. If ignorance is bliss, then I don't want any of that bliss at all. I don't want to deal with it. I want to push it away. I don't want it forced on me. I don't want to work with it. Get it the fuck out of my face.
100%. I agree with you.
And I've told people who have tried to, you know, I'll give credit. There were people who tried to mend the fences, and I'm like, you know what? I'm tired of it. I'm tired of mending fences. And I even talked to ATB about this. I'm like, dude, I'm tired. I was like, I'm just about to say the heck with anybody. If you get in my way, you're going to get mowed down. It's not going to be a great time for you. And I'm here to say that's how my show is going to be run from now on. If you don't like it, change it. And if you got a problem with me, I will give you a place to meet and we can talk about it face to face. Because once a month, I'm going to be in Ferguson, Kentucky again. More on that here in just a minute. And I'll mention other places I'm going to appear at. Because unlike people who's like, oh, he has nothing else to do with wrestling. Yeah, I'm still going to contribute to the sport as much as I can, not only with my show, but I'm also going to be commentating with Triple Crown Wrestling again full time. That was something that was offered. It's something I thought about, and I'm like, you know what? I'll do it. And not only that, I got the Hall of Fame that I'm helping run that is now on a committee board. I'm doing that. Then I'm doing my show. So people who says I haven't contribute anything to the sport can go pound sand, as Brandon T. Wilson would say. Sorry, Brandon. I don't mean to take some of your gimmick there, but there you go. I'm just sick of it, man. Like, I've laid down and let people talk about me for months and months and months. Some were actually sitting up in their permanent chairs saying it, but that's besides the point. I'm just tired of it, dude. And I want to come on here and be like, listen, I hear you. I didn't acknowledge you, but in my own Hall of Fame. Listen, you can't pull a Crander Q and give yourself an award, okay? At least I'll say we'll talk about the Hall of Fame in just a second. But yeah, man, this whole I'm Bear. I'm tired. I'm tired of the shenanigans. I'm tired of the idiocracy. And you know what's funny? People want to point fingers at Till 5 Wrestling, the bad boys of podcasting. Those guys are just having fun. They don't realize that. They're having fun, and they're just having a great time. Joe, have you thought about doing a live Q&A with your friends in Florida? Because if you have, a lot of fans down here who... Wow, okay. You know what? I appreciate that. I did not know I had fans in Florida. Wow. You know, I have that my father actually had a timeshare in Florida. More fucking I want to talk about him for a minute. That's another thing. I talked to my mother and she goes, You can't let people, steal what you love. She goes, this is something you've loved since you were 5. She goes, and your father, even your biological father, even support Les Murphy Painting. I don't know if anybody remembers that sponsor, but yeah, don't talk about Keenan. Listen, I'll tell you something he told me at the show, but Les Murphy Painting. Les Murphy is my biological father. I found that out back last year, and that was a bombshell. But he was a great guy. And me not knowing he was my dad, he supported me like that. Even the guy that raised me, William, he's going to be my daddy. That's my daddy. Les is my father. There's a difference. I don't care what anybody says. There's a difference. I like to say I was raised by 3 men. Because Les had a hand in the 5 years I knew him too. Because we had some deep conversations. Monroe Sturgill, who is my grandfather, who is, the Monroe family. That's where we get it. William Stevens, who I thought was my real father, but he is my daddy. He raised me. I wouldn't be the man I am today without neither one of those two. Then my father, Les, comes in the picture. And for the 5 years I known him, yeah, he did teach me a thing or two. He taught me about business because he ran his own business. And he taught me just a lot of different things, man. And Jesus, I miss him. God, I miss him. We was talking the other day, and my wife goes, there's one thing I'm going to hate about Thanksgiving. My wife makes the best chicken and dumplings this side of the Mississippi. I don't care what anybody says. I said it used to be my grandmother, but when I married my wife, that was one thing I was like, I got to marry this girl. But Les would always see a pot. He'd look at it, look at her. What's everybody else going to eat? So ever since then, she would make him his own little pot of chicken and dumplings, and he would eat it all. And she just told me, she goes, I'm not going to get that this year. And I was like, yeah, you are. Make me a pot of chicken. But yeah, man, it stinks. It stings. It still stings. I knew him for a short time, but it felt like I lost, because I always said my grandfather was like my father. And it's like that over again. And it's also kind of mysterious because, okay, well, I can't ask about my family history on the one person who would know it. So I'm kind of tracking that down too. My family tree is basically a bonsai tree. It's twisted. It's got twists. It's got turns. But all in all, it stays whole. And I like that thought. It's funny. It is funny. But I like that, mental picture, mental image of it. So I'm going to probably pull Mr. Miyagi with my family tree eventually, because I'm working on that. But yeah, sorry. I didn't mean to ramble for the first 28 minutes.
Oh, no. I knew you had a lot on your chest and you needed to get it off. I wanted to add this little tidbit onto that. It's an amazing thing. As long as I've been doing this, I've been blessed to meet some great people. I've been blessed to be able to call them friends. And man, nothing that I've asked of my friends, they haven't tried to do or haven't done. I've learned so much about our community of wrestling fans. They're wide. There's a wide number of them. Now, what I learned too is not everybody is going to think the way you think. No problem with that. People are going to believe what they're going to believe. No problem with that. I'm not about trying to change your mind. I'm just telling you what from my point of view, what I see, what I watch, and all of that. Now, when it comes to people and their mentality of hey, I can say this and do this. I'll, I think like this. We have become too much of a community that think the internet is going to protect them. I'm not talking violence. I'm not talking anything crazy. What I'm talking about is you think your opinion supersedes everybody else's. When you work with a group of people, you have to be flexible. Whether you are the lead and trying to set a good example for the rest of your team, or if you're just the soldier, you have to set an example. And all the craziness that I've seen this year alone in the podcast world is crazy to me because
Dude.
there's no need for it. None. If you don't like you said, if you don't like me, don't watch my damn show. It's simple.
Right. And I want to say something. Opinions. My grandpa, he was a Christian man, but he had this to say: opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one.
Exactly.
So, but you know what? That's what irritates me, man. It's like, if you don't like me, then don't watch me. I'm not sitting here, sharing my feed on your message board every time. Hey, watch me. Hey, watch me. Hey, watch me. Okay, if you want to watch me, cool. If you don't want to watch me, all right, cool. Have a great day. That's what I tell trolls all the time on YouTube. And if I can give any piece of advice to any content creator who's wanting to post videos and they see these hateful comments, oh, another worthless video to put on YouTube, or oh, great, another disgusting TikTok of some idiot wrestling fan. Best comment you can make is, thank you for your feedback, friend. I hope you have a great rest of your day. And when people started following, because I've seen a research, a big boom here lately, and I'm thankful for it. I had someone comment like, now that's a way to handle a troll. Kill them with kindness. Just kill them with kindness. That's the best way you're going to do. And that's what I'm trying to do right now. Like, the old me would have been like, oh, F so-and-so and don't watch their show, blah, blah. No, I've gotten a little wiser, and I'm just going to say, you thought you had me, but guess what? You don't. If anything from this little incident, because this is an incident, it's fueled me even more. And when you fuel me even more, even with food, I mean, it's dangerous if you just keep it. But if you keep fueling me even more, give me a purpose, that ambition, a goal. You can ask my wife. I'm a very goal-driven person, and I will do anything to accomplish that goal.
And this is what I don't understand. This is me. My time is valuable. Why am I going to waste my time on people that mean nothing to me?
How many times have me and you've been called out just within the past year alone?
That's my point. It's like,
just for showing up at a wrestling show.
I'm like, what?
Knowing majority of the workers, but apparently we interrupt some important meetings, and God forbid we do that. No.
And here's my thing. Like you said, just have a conversation with me. Yeah. Just say, hey, I feel like you did ABC. Yeah. Okay. Well, I didn't know, or whatever.
Yeah, it's like, I didn't know you were doing that. My apologies. I just heard a long pause and was like, okay, well, I guess they're done. Let me talk.
And that's the thing. It's like, some things are not worth it.
Well, that same person we're talking about said I was really bad for communication. Listen, I'm the most communicated person. Bear can testify to it. Anybody who's been on my show can testify to it. I am a person that is like, okay, here's what we're doing. Here's the plan. What do you all think? Okay, cool. You can make it. Cool. Are you able to make it? Cool. I'll probably get annoying with it. And if you've been in my show before and did get annoyed, I do not apologize. But but you know, it's communication is key. And I've said this even at my shoot job. You know, communication is 100% key. If you don't communicate, you're just setting yourself up for failures. You're setting yourself up for fights. You're setting yourself up with some of the most ridiculous things you'll ever go through, man. And it is ridiculous. And I hate it. Have I made those mistakes? Absolutely. I'm human. Everybody makes those mistakes. But do I learn from it? Yeah. Because if you don't learn from your mistakes, you're never going to grow, not only in podcasting, but as a human being in life. Life, if anything has been taught to me this year alone, life is too freaking short to have these little petty rivalries or beefs and not instead of sitting back enjoying yourself with your friends.
I think that that's why in January I'm doing the appreciation month. It's like, man, it's too many of us.
Wait,
All our stories are different.
hold up. You're doing appreciation month and I didn't get a freaking invite?
Yes, you did. Don't even try. Don't try it.
He's
But
like, this guy.
it's like we all have the wrestling is so different. There's so many different ways to look at wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of us got into wrestling very similar, but then there's some who is weird. It's just totally different. And I was like, I thought to myself, you know what? I'm gonna reach out. I'm gonna start reaching out to people and invite them on to tell their story. And it's like it's not like I'm wanting you to pay me or we have to. No, come on and let's talk about you. Let's talk about your journey. Let's talk about your path. Maybe you'll steal some of my fans. I don't care. I'm just about having fun and more energy and more light I can shine to wrestling. That's my goal. So it's like,
that should be everybody's goal, man.
well, you would think, but again, I guess I think differently because it's like, okay, I could do this and get some buzz, or I can go down the rabbit hole of beefing or not liking people, but that's too much energy.
Yeah.
I'm like you said, life is too short, and I'm having fun with this, and I'm going to continue having fun.
Amen.
The fun I want to have. Again, that's why I have my show. Then I have shows I go on with people I respect. And if I'm lucky and get asked to do somebody's show, I go on it. And again, when I go on that show, I try to be, you cannot, I don't care if you go to anybody besides one person, you cannot tell me I'm not respectable to them. I be respectable. That's just me. I try to show respect because I want respect. The only person that I am not respectful to is fucking Vince Russo. Besides that,
God. Here we go.
no, and it just again, it's a mind state, and it's like just like January is podcast appreciation. Then I thought, shit, let's do a promotion appreciation. Let's get some of these promotions that people never heard of. Let's let them shine. Let's find out why they started a promotion, how they started a promotion. People are interested in that. Again, it's about fun things and way my mind works. Now, again, I'm not everybody's cup of tea. Understandable. If you don't like me, You don't have to watch me. That's great. If you feel like you want to make a comment, great. I'll read it, think about it, and go on from there. But when you're sitting there taking time to plot on another man's downfall and you put the energy in it to make somebody fail because you're either jealous or you're slow witted or you're a bitch. just one of the three. And it's like, man, why would you do that?
In some cases, possibly all three, but hey.
Right. Why would you do that? Again, just man, I got an email address. You can find me on Facebook. Hey, just reach out. Hey, can we have a conversation? Cool.
Yeah. I mean, it's getting to the point where I have to kind of be at the same level and just start blocking people. It's like, I don't have time for you. Block, and block. I don't with you anymore.
Which is so just crazy.
It's stupid. It is really, really stupid. But it is what it is. I'll end the rant that I'm on, and people's probably tired of me ranting, and I'm sorry. But I'll end it with this, man. There's no way to go but up for me. I know last week I felt like I was at rock bottom. I'm like, well, at least I got YouTube, or well, at least I got TikTok. I can just try there. But I was like, you know what? No, forget this. I had too many people had their hand in the pot trying to get this thing rolling, who's helped me out. This is from, excuse me, this is from family to sponsors to hell, even promoters helping me with this. I had too many irons in the fire. It sucks, I think it's kind of a godsend in a way, because a lot of different rules are happening on that, Facebook platform. So it's like, okay, well, here's a hard restart. It sucks I got to lose my followers, but you know what? We're going to rebuild it up. We're going to come back better than ever. We're going to hand out. We're doing the history of pro wrestling again, which a new episode dropped today.
Which I enjoyed, by the way.
Thank you. I was like, they've met. What's that Dr. Dre lyric? They effed around and let out the old me, and the old me is someone I don't like, but the ambition of the old me, yeah, I miss that ambition, and that's the ambition I have. That going forward, that's how it's going to be. People are going to be, there's going to be scheduling. There's going to be a lot of stuff. I know I was kind of sort of doing that before. I think if we do breaks, it's going to be during the holidays. But other than that, full force. There's nothing that mentally that's going to stop me from doing what I want to do.
And that's what you got to be that way. This week I've had to reschedule and come up with new plans because no offense to anyone that I've scheduled with or anything. Things happen. Life happens. I'm fluent that way. That's cool. I understand. Then there's some that wait till the last minute, and I don't think it's a good look for me. Well, shit, you knew we were supposed to do this over a month ago. You could have just told me then. I would have been like, fine, no problem. You have a great life.
Right.
You messed up time that I could have gave to somebody who actually wants to come on my show. And then I thought about it. Like I said, this week it's just been a rough week. And then I laughed at myself. And it's like, nah, you ain't stopping me. I'm not letting people stop me as much as I've grind and been doing. I'm not letting the little things stop me. You just a bump in the road. I'm gonna roll over you and keep going. Like I said, it's funny that people are asking me, how are you getting these guests? How are you getting certain people? How are you doing it? I'm asking.
So all you gotta do is ask.
I just asked.
What's the worst they're going to say? No.
Exactly. Or I've had some great people who believe in me and like, hey, I can hook you up with this person. I think y'all would do great together. And again, I will always shout out Amy Berman. She is such a sweetheart.
The
And
rattling whisperer.
yes, she is. She she is such a sweetheart and helps all of us out. And that's the thing. So again, I guess my point in my little rant is I'm not letting you stop me. The only person that's going to stop me is me.
Right.
That's why. That's why I've been doing, man. And you can contest to this. How many times that we had to stop the show because I couldn't get anyone to produce?
Oh, we've had to do it plenty of times.
And I ever get mad or be disrespectful?
No, you're like, hey, life happens. I understand.
Exactly. And then when finally I got the ball, it fell in my lap. It's like, what you gonna do? I thought to myself, I can sit here and cry. I can sit here and go try to find, or I can learn it myself. I was like, okay, I'm gonna learn. Damn, it was nowhere harder than I thought. Then I was like, you know what? Now I'm letting the dog off the chain. I'm getting as much interview. The first thing that stopped me is like, man, I don't think a lot of people, I don't want to saturate the market with me because I don't want people to get burned out. Then I thought to myself, damn that. If they get burned out, they'll stop looking. The people who really like me, they're gonna continue watching. And I try to be flexible. Like we said before, life is life. I had two guests, Lord, I hate to say this, but they had death in their family.
Mm-hmm.
They felt bad of canceling me. I'm like, if you don't go handle your business, I'm gonna be here.
Right.
Then I've had people who just no, I don't like your show. Cool, no problem. Thank you for responding. At least you responded so I don't have to keep bugging you.
Right.
No problem.
Right.
Then,
and that's it. That goes back to communication. It's like, okay, well, thanks for telling me. I appreciate it. We'll move forward. Thank you. Thank you for your time. Yeah, and that's what kills me, man. Like, there's another show that's in cahoots in the same camp, I'll say, since we're on the Bear Slots. In the same camp, the same Fort Idiocracy. Sorry, I had to. That get mad when their guests don't show up or someone leaves. They want to post like, oh, there's no animosity. There's not bull crap. Come on.
No,
I know here. I know for a fact, and I got proof that a person that just recently left the Camp Idiocracy, we'll call him the leader of it. He left them because he got a better deal. It was a handshake agreement. There's no contracts. By the way, if you got a contract in podcasting, unless you're a multi-million or billion-dollar company, such a stupid idea. But he left, was supposed to go on the other podcast who's in Camp Idiocracy's show. And I told them, I was like, $5 says they're going to cancel on you. You think they will? I was like, they will. Sure enough, 5 minutes later. Nope, we got to. Nope, we're canceling. And he goes, how do you know? I was like, I've been in business long enough to know when snakes want to ball up and be with each other, when they want to sit at the same camp. And dude, it's ridiculous. And I hate that because this person is someone who's just trying to get their foot out there. And me and you have offered an olive branch. Hey man, if you need help or any guest, or if you want to come on, let me know. You can come on. No animosity here. That your past is your past. Your future is how you determine it.
Exactly.
But
and I guess what I find stupid about that whole deal is I could have did that to them.
Right.
With 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 your situation, I could have did that to them. I
Yeah.
never once did that to them.
No. You've
And even me and you sat down and I explained to you why.
and it made sense.
And it was like, no, it's not that you ain't my buddy, you ain't my friend, but this is this, and this is the reason why it has nothing to do with you.
Right.
And again, you understood, and we went on. But I
But when
cannot
but when
understand.
idiocracy keeps firing their falsified cannons at people, and especially people who are with us, like I said, if it's an East Coast, West Coast thing, then we're death row. We do not take it lightly when you mess with our people. You're going to be dealt with. And guess what? They got dealt with.
It's just so funny that you can talk to people, have a one-on-one, make everything right, let the whole situation go. Then here comes somebody, an idiot, that comes try to respark the whole thing for no reason.
Yeah. And that's how this started. I'm like, because I got on there. I think, where was I that weekend? CTE sets in sometimes, and I forget what I did a day ago, like 2 weeks ago or a week ago. Oh, that's what it was. I was trick-or-treating with my family. And when we got home, I was like, you know what? I've been quiet today. Let's see what's going on in the podverse. You have inaccessibility to your page. Okay, that's strange. Why? Next day, I got the reason, impersonation. I'm like, the heck? Now I looked at my wife. I'm like, did something happen? Did I get into a bizarre universe here? Am I a clone or something? But yeah, dude, it sucked. But like I said, there's nowhere to go but up from here, and that's especially what's happening. What the irons I got in the fire right now.
Which I was going to say, we've been going over and over with this. You have not talked about what's coming up this weekend,
dude. So there's a lot of stuff I want to talk about. We'll probably spend another 30 minutes on it, and I'm sorry. So this weekend, I was fortunate enough to have this opportunity to help sponsor a meet and greet, run it, basically pay for the whole thing. And I'm like, okay, it's a lot of money, but this is a gamble. Let's try it. Much to my wife's dismay, I eventually told her, I'm going to end up spending this much amount of money on stupid stuff anyways. What's the difference? I eventually got a death threat. If I didn't make my money back, she was going to kill me. But and if there's one thing that woman don't play about, she don't play about the kids. She don't play about her books. She don't play about her money. So, and I say it's her money because let's face it, once you get married, it's her
money. Yeah.
Little life advice for those out there, or your significant other, partner, money, whatever. So I was like, you know what? Let's do it. I got plenty of time. Let's do it. And Cash Flow, who means something personal to me because he was a great friends with Roland in IWA. I actually got to speak to him before my first match ever 5 years ago. And it's nice to see someone who is locally, a local legend, now on some acting with Sylvester Stallone as his bodyguard on Tulsa King. Come on. How can I say no about that? And the funny thing is, they wouldn't tell me who it was. They went, it's just a gamble, but trust me, take this gamble. And I'm like, you know what? Fine, let's take it. Here's the agreement. Who is it? And they told me, and I was like, oh God, I'm happy I did it. So yeah, that's going to happen this week. There's a meet and greet before the show. Photos, 8x10, taking a picture, and how can I say this? Photo opportunity, selfies, whatever, 15. Sign pictures, 15. Combos, 25. I'm not a greedy person. I want to make it's like Cornette said. Meet and greets need to be affordable for people. Yep. Instead of being greedy as they are. I mean, let's look at a certain wrestler that was at Scarefest. $100 for each, not even a combo price. Come on, dude. Come on. I know you think you're a wizard, but come on, dude. Come on. But you know, I wanted to make it affordable. That's his hometown, and I believe in the working class family because I come from a working class family. So let's make it affordable for these people. Let's let dad give their kid a chance to get a couple of autographs, maybe a picture or two with this local legend that they can see on TV, and you know, have that great memory with.
Oh yeah.
And that means a lot to me, because even when I was wrestling, I'm like, my job is to make sure these people are entertained and they have a memory. There's sometimes majority of my career was probably not so nice memories, but hey, you know, that's besides the point. This time I have a chance to help create great memories for families. And me stepping back behind the mic, using this yet again to be on the commentary team with my good buddy Keenan. It's a blast. It was something. I was a guest about a month ago, last month, and Ferguson. I looked at my wife, and I've not been to a show in months, and I'm sitting there, and my wife finally goes, "Listen, if you want to go, go. You're getting stir crazy. I know you miss it. Let's just go." Cool. Let's just go. So I went. I was like, "Hey, I can just take pictures and stuff, whatever." And the promoter goes, "Hey, if you want to guest commentate the main event, that's great. Go for it. I'll allow it. I mean, don't tempt me with a good time. Let's do it." So we did it. And you know, when you connect with someone, you just know there's that spark.
Oh yeah.
Oh, this makes me sound not in that way, Keenan, before you get too excited, pal. I'm sorry. Just that connection we had about wrestling. We were calling moves to get, like, say it at the same time and everything. And we just had a good time. So it was approached to me a few weeks later. Hey, so I let go of the other person, but I want to know, do you want to come back? Heck of an opportunity. Let's do it. Why not? I mean, if I don't like it, I don't like it. Let's do it. And that's what this past Saturday at Ferguson, first time I was back, I was did announcing, did commentary, and apparently I don't know how to do my job according to some people, even though I go by the run sheet that's in front of me. I want to stress that as much as possible, because Brandon T. Wilson and his family one make me look like a complete jackass. That guy, dude, I'll say this. There is some things in this world that change for the better, some change for the worse. And there's things like Brandon T. Wilson and his so-called family that don't change one freaking bit. It baffles me. But, hey, I'm not a competitor anymore. I'm here to call the action. I'm here to call it down the middle. Keenan can do whatever Keenan wants to do. I still think he's on Wilson's payroll, not just on commentating, but I think he's on the family payroll, if you know what I mean. And it's just, gosh almighty, dude. It's a blast. I'm happy to be back. Then I got something coming up in December. This is a very special announcement here. And this is from the Stolen Idea book that I have, because I'm going to make it even better. We are going to be having the Joe Monroe Show Awards. That's right. We're going to have, it's going to be based on our guests that we have for the round table. Bear, you can possibly be eligible for one. There's one with the best shoot promo that I think Just 10 Incredible is probably going to end up winning.
If he don't, there is no justice.
There's something wrong. Yes. We're going to base it off me and my partners. By partners, I mean my wife. Base it off the episodes that we produce, not only with WSN, but what we have going on now on our personal channel. And we're going to sit there and watch, and we're going to decide, and we're going to let the fans decide too. We're going to put a voting poll up, which in the next couple of weeks that's going to start, because I need some names on trophies. And it's going to be a great time. Just something fun, I know we like to hoo-ha and have a good time, but there's some memorial. You guys don't know what it means to me that we get to have those memories shared on the round table or on the Joe Monroe show itself. This is just my way of giving back to you all for helping me make these memories. Because as a kid growing up, I didn't have many friends. Now I got my brothers, I got my sisters in wrestling that I know I can rely on. People say this about wrestling. Wrestling's kind of like the mafia. Once you're in, you're in. It's family, no matter what aspect you're in of it.
Right.
And that's the same for podcasting, apparently, too. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of great times. We're going to have it live. I want to try to send the trophies out early for those that can't come on live. And that way they can do little videos or whatever, acceptance speeches, so to speak. And yeah, man, just have a great time with it.
That's wonderful. Throughout all of the BS,
Mhm.
we still find a way to keep that joyful life for what we enjoy. And I think that is the key to what we are doing and why so many people love us.
Or love to hate us, depending on who it is. I mean,
right. Just like the first, because you were there when I had to sign my first autograph.
that was cool.
I'm just sitting there blown away.
Here, I'll top that. Whenever you came out to get your Hall of Fame plaque, you got a pop.
I know.
You got a pop. I'm like, I looked at, because I was standing in the ring, I look over at Aaron Rose. I'm like, my God, Bear got a pop.
And it's crazy. Again, it's crazy to me that I have fans, that people legitimately enjoy what I do. And like the last show I was at, man, I will listen to your show. What? When wrestlers come up to me and like, man, I enjoy your show, man. I was just wondering if I could be on it. What are you asking? What? This is crazy.
Bear is starting to feel that local celebrity feel.
Man, it's crazy. And on top of all of that, lately, I can go to any show and generally someone is coming up to talk to me that's a part of the show that knows exactly who I am. I'm like, really?
You know who I am?
and just like the hey, I got UK viewers. What?
Well, hell, apparently I got fans in Florida. Thank you.
Yeah.
I didn't know that until today. Thanks, guys.
It's like, wow. I got Australia. I got some fans in Australia. I got a promotion that's gonna come on my show. And it's just like, what am I doing to deserve all this?
Right.
But you know what? I'm gonna stop asking, just like my Hall of Fame war. I'm gonna stop asking why, instead say thank you. Thank you.
That's not what you said.
We had a long back and forth.
Hang on. Let me stop right here, because I was in that ring. He said, and I quote, for months, people got on to me for saying, I don't deserve this. I don't deserve this. But you know what? Standing here right now in front of you all, they're right. I do deserve this. He Paul Heyman'd it. I do deserve this. I'm sorry. I had to pick on you.
Well, and it was the truth, because I put in the work. Nobody, no matter what anybody says about me, like me or don't like me, the one thing they cannot say and prove that I do not bust my ass for this sport.
Right. I mean, and it's just, here's one thing that kills me. And this is just some advice for up and comers coming into the sport. Wrestling is great. Performing is amazing. There's nothing, literally, that old saying, there's nothing like going out there in the middle of that ring, performing in front, even if it's just 10 people, but them cheering, them getting entertained by what you are providing to them. There is nothing, and I do mean nothing in this world. I can probably compare it to maybe when your kid is born. Even if that feeling you get, it's like, oh my goodness, let's keep it rolling. But same with podcasting. Like you said, people come up to you, dude, I love the show. You watch the show? Yeah, like I still get that. Like, oh, Joe, hey, love the show. Dude, I'm shopping for groceries. You know my show. I appreciate it, man. Here, I don't have anything to give you, but keep supporting it. Stuff like that. It's a great feeling, and I'll say this, and I've said this to a lot of people. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be doing what we're doing. And back to my point with the young people who get a big head, like a giant head about, well, I'm a wrestler, I'm a big important part of the show. Well, no, you're just a fraction of the show.
Exactly.
There's also the people who set up the ring. There's also the people who set up the stage. There's also people who work the production. There's the writer. There's the booker. There's the promoter. Everybody has a hand in the sport that don't get the recognition that they deserve.
Amen.
And it is sad. Referees. I want to get on. Here's my hot take. You know what? No, I'll say it tomorrow for a video because I'm going to write it down and say it tomorrow. But yeah, man, like if you're promoting, if you're setting up, whatever the case may be, if you're providing joy and helping spread the love of professional wrestling, then newsflash, you are an important part of professional wrestling. And that's what people lose sight of.
Exactly. You got to, like I tell everybody now when they come on my show, man, I'm giving you your flowers because you deserve them. And it's best to get them flowers when you can smell them versus when you're dead and gone. Then people, oh, he was so great. Nobody want to hear that shit. He can't enjoy it. They can't enjoy it.
Yeah, where was the love when I was alive?
Exactly. So it's amazing on how many people that I've told that to, and I'm looking at them, and they're doing everything in their power not to well up and cry. Because they understand the appreciation, because they understand my genuineness when I tell them that, because that's what it is.
Yeah.
Man, there's so many people that I've been lucky to meet in this business, and I'm so proud and thankful. And I don't think any person could tell you that I wasn't humble. No, you're somebody to me. You're somebody to all of us. So, and if you don't get your rewards because they hadn't noticed or they can't, I'm gonna give it to you for them.
Right. And that's something. I know ATB likes to pick on me because I like to spread a positive message sometimes. But dude, I don't want to be recognized for it. I don't. I would rather see someone like you, someone like our referee friend that just commented here, someone who, Brady, Brock's, his tag team. I want to see those guys get more recognition than me.
Yes.
I mean, it's cool that they came on the show. They had a great time. But they deserve, in my mind, they deserve more recognition than what I've ever deserved. You know what? I want to kiss their butts a little bit. Till 5 Wrestling, too. Why not? Those kids have, kids. I say kids. Aaron's older than me. AT's older than me. But those guys have really, if you stop and think about it, they have came into their own within the first year or two.
That's why I love them. They are on their own beaten path. They do not give a shit on what anybody else is doing. They stay in their lane, do them, and they have fun with it. That's why a lot of times when I catch their show,
Mhm.
I laugh and smile because I know how much joy they'll get out of doing it.
But here's the thing with them. I feel like the roles have reversed with them though. Tanner used to be the voice of reason. ATV used to be the hothead. Now it's switched.
But it happens. But it happens because sometimes, as trying to be that guy, the nice guy, you get fed up. You get fed up. and being the guy that always just jumps out the window, man, you like, man, I can't take this right now. I'm just gonna calm down.
Listen, over on those round tables, you know, some people like to set dumpster fires, and that's why I just sit back and let people talk most of the time. I'm just like, go for it. Like you asked me the past one, Joe, when you get in control of the show, I am in control. I'm just letting y'all talk. Go for it. Y'all are bringing up some good conversations here. Oh man, but you know what, man, it's fun, and it was fun doing this show tonight too, man. I appreciate you letting me come on.
Oh, you already know, anytime, and that's something where, again, I do this to give back because a lot of people don't know the history of wrestling. Like, I'll be the first to say, and I think I said earlier, on earlier podcast I did, I'm so blessed to learn more about Kentucky wrestling than I ever knew. I didn't realize how much history was there that I didn't know. Because I'm always Tennessee, Georgia, Alabama, because that's what I got to see. And it's like, wow, man, this is good. These guys are great. Oh, wow. Again, I'm a stickler for learning new things.
Kentucky history runs as deep as its mountains here.
And
honestly, as deep as the hollers here.
Everyone has deep rooted indie history wherever you're from. I would love for people to take the time to learn it. And again, I say it all the time, support your indie wrestling. I can't say it enough. I'm pissed that I waited as long as I did to say this. The shows are great. Now, are you going to have some that are suck? Yes. Name me any sport that doesn't have something that sucks. No, they suck. They suck a lot of water.
I'm kidding.
But that's the thing. It's just like, man, learn it. Especially if you have a family and your family is into wrestling, it's the cheaper option. You will get more out of getting you and your kids and wife or whoever getting to meet the wrestlers. When they talk to you, give you things. Man, it's a memory that is going to be a lifetime. I know all the wrestling memories I had because of my father. I tried to instill that in my kids. Now, my kids don't like wrestling as much as I do, but both of them have certain things about wrestling that makes them joyful. And that's the thing. It's just, man, it was just something I love. And I'm pass it down to everybody who loves it. When I'm dead and gone, wrestling should be going as good, if not better, than when I found it as a kid. That's my whole philosophy.
Just make sure something happens to you. You will those belts. That's right. I'm kidding.
You will have to. My daughter, between my daughter and my nephew, they would kick anybody ass if they
defend those titles. We'll defend those titles. Come on. Well,
Oh,
listen, I'm right with you, man. I got 2 belts. I got the belt I won behind me, and I got the podcasting belt right here on this show. That's one of each for my kids. So I get it. I get it. I just like to pick on you.
I look, and that's the thing. I love. I just enjoy things, and I hate when I end up being that ass when I have to let that part of me out. I just it bugs me.
It's when the bear does not get his nap and he didn't eat that day. That's
Or,
when the bear comes
or
out.
I hear stupid ass shit from Vince Russo,
Bro, listen.
bro,
Hang on,
bro,
hang on.
and I still want to do business
Cornette.
with Cornell, of course, but I still want the Juggalos to come on my show. I really want that because, and I know ATV definitely agrees with me.
Whoop, whoop.
They do not get enough credit
Oh no,
for
God.
what they have brought to wrestling.
We
I would love, love, love if I had the chance to do an interview with them. I would love it because they deserve it. They put in a lot.
well, remember we did the Joe Monroe show, an episode of why ICP deserves to be in the Hall of Fame,
Yes,
and they do.
they really do.
If there's people, Drew Carey, for crying out loud, made an appearance in the Rumble, guest hosted Raw, you're on the Hall of Fame. Okay, ICP. Let's see. I can't talk. I'm getting slap happy. They wrote plenty of songs for multiple talent across multiple promotions. They have their own wrestling promotions.
That's been
They're
going
probably one of the biggest wrestling fans on the planet Earth. There is no excuse. Oh, and had a video game. Not one, but 2. Well, it was backyard, but hey, it was a wrestling video game.
Oh yeah. And on top of that, they've had so many legitimate legends come through there and win titles.
X-Pac, Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, Greg the
Ricky
Hammer.
Morton, hell, Kerry Morton, man, they're just so they do not. Now I'm thinking to myself, what can I do to? I'm gonna have to start really working on trying to get them on my show or on our show, or
Well, just message him. Worst they can say is no, right?
I've already reached out, but I ain't done. Oh no, I'm not done.
I can see Bear at a gathering of the Juggalos. Oh,
Oh, as long as
oh my God.
hey, as long as Vince Russo ain't standing beside me, we good.
Oh, no, a gathering is their music festival. Oh my
No, I know exactly what it is.
Bear, you would look. That's a different part of the woods, brother. I don't think you would want to go there.
Look, like I tell anybody,
That's where the freaks, geeks, and everybody else is there.
like I tell anybody else, I'm comfortable whenever and wherever I go. And the last time I felt uncomfortable about something and I let it defeat me, damn that. From now on, I go. What you gonna do? Just make sure it's good. All I can tell you. I can't whoop everybody, but the first one gonna the first one definitely gonna get it for the rest of them.
Yeah, let's not talk about that, Bear. But brother, it's been great being on your show tonight. I had a great time, and I'm sorry to keep you up so late.
Like I told Seth, I was like, oh, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. Hell, it's time to go play some college football.
Oh Lord, yeah. You can keep your tide on your game. I don't want anywhere near your state. How can a man? Hang on, folks. All you football fans, here's some sacrilege for you. Lives in Knoxville, Tennessee. Not a Vols fan, which hey, to each their own. No, he wants to rub dirt in the eye of the old Vols and be a Bama fan. You've got to be freaking kidding me with this.
So, like I explained to Joe on several different occasions, and I have to tell. Matter of fact, I had a nice older lady stop me today, and I had to explain to her. She was such a sweetheart. She was very nice, and I explained to her, I cannot help that I like champions.
Oh, you gotta be. All right, I want to go now.
Oh, wait a minute. I take it back. Look, went to vote Tuesday, and the guy was like, "Oh, you got a set on you to walk in here with this." I was like, "Well, what's going to be done to me? It can't happen." And he's like, I can't believe you would do that. I said, "Well, look, here's the thing. I like a champion. Y'all like to struggle." Then he's like, "Oh, that was mean." I said, "No, no, this is mean. I y'all put up y'all championships against us, against our championship." And I said, "Don't worry, I'll wait."
I'll wait. Yeah, whatever.
But guys, girls, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I think this was good. I think this was help cleanse some of the souls.
Yes.
And for the people who watched it and don't like it, don't come back on.
Yeah.
And
I also want to say something real quick, if you don't mind.
go ahead.
If you love professional wrestling and a big supporter of it, keep on loving it. Keep supporting wrestling. However, if you're going to be a troll and you're going to whine and you're going to complain, you're going to do a little show just to make someone feel important, shut up and enjoy professional wrestling. Okay, I'm good. We're good.
And I when I go on people's show, I always say, I just do like my buddy Joe Monroe say, shut up and enjoy wrestling. So, with that being said, guys, girls, thank you for sitting around the campfire with us. Come back to the campfire one more time later on, my Forest family, and we are out.